Hi there, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I'm attempting to cash budget my way out of debt and fix several years of financial misbehaviour. And if that's something you're interested in following along with, please don't forget to stick around and check out the other content that I've created for you on this channel. I'm still here, guys. I'm sorry there was no Sunday video. I had just an absolute nervous meltdown ahead of my first day's official teacher training, which was yesterday in my placement school, and then today was the first day fully with kids back in class. So yes, it's been a little bit of a manic 2 to 3 days, but I am back now. I have noticed that I've had quite a few new subscribers, so I am just going to do a very quick hi, who am I, for all of my existing subscribers. Just chat amongst yourselves while I do this. But I'm Nicole. I live in rural England. I haven't specifically said where, and that is because I like my anonymity. I don't do or show my face on camera or on my Instagram. I have worked for the past decade on and off within the film industry. I say on and off, it is like a near decade within the film and television industry, working in costume departments and as a self-employed costume designer and small business owner. And I am now at the age of 31 completely retraining to be a teacher in design and technology in secondary schools within the UK. So for my American viewers, secondary schools are ages 11 to 16-year-olds, so the whole gamut of teenagerhood before they kind of grow up a little bit and go off to like college, which is like 16 to 18, which I hope to teach as well, and my current teaching qualification will allow me to teach that. So I've done a complete pivot. I've been like not great with money for a long time, and I'm making steps to repair that. I have debt, which my most recent debt update video is out for, and I a year ago decided that I was going to share my financial situation on YouTube and occasionally on Instagram, and I'm not great at social media. So I am currently in receipt of a government bursary because design and technology is an area in the UK that lacks qualified teachers. There are a lot of vacancies, so I'm in receipt of a £2,000 a month bursary, which starts from October and runs to July. And then I also am in the receipt of a student loan payment as well, which is paid out 3 times a year. The most recent one I have has formed part of this budget that I'm about to show you, which is my September week 1 budget. I have one cat called Mr. Bowie. He is pure white. He's a drama queen. He's spoiled and he's my baby. I am single. I have no partners, significant others, boyfriends or anything else. I'm quite happily single, and I live alone, renting in a fairly expensive area of the country. My washing machine is currently on with the spin going, so you can probably hear that. And yeah, I think that is a little bit of a catch up and a hello unofficial introduction to my wonderful new subscribers. I do try my best to be in the comments, but I'm not great. I'm trying to get better. Long-standing viewers of this channel would know not to take it personally if I don't get to your comment or I don't respond. So please don't take it personally if I don't get to you. I'm just generally not good on anything that's like social media based, anything where there's a response needed. It just takes me ages to get round to it. So if you do have like an urgent question, just constantly keep prodding me, and I might then actually see it and respond to it. But now that that's out of the way, 4 minutes and 3 seconds in, I am going to show you my weekly budget because I have had my student loan payment go in, which is wonderful because there's lots of things that I needed to do with it. Now my budget is going to be running from the 5th of one month to the 4th of the next, so that is my budgeting month. I'm not going to run it as a calendar first to the last day because that doesn't work for me. I run from payday to payday. Now if I take you through, this is what this week is looking like, and it's really heavy, but I've done that on purpose to make sure that all of my core bills go out pretty much today, and I withdraw any cash that I either need for the week or if I can do it for the month. And as well, because this is a slightly higher amount than I would expect to receive normally, cover any things like I need to replace a laptop and I want to get some sinking funds funded as well and pay off some debts and put some money into savings. So all of my core bills and core expenses in terms of what I am spending on fuel and food and minimum debt payments are all factored in to form part of a £2,000 monthly income. And then anything extra is where extra things are accounted for. So my total student loan income was £3,681 as planned, and this is what has happened. So the rent is £850, the council tax is £133.14. My internet is £35, my mobile is £28, my Spotify is £9.99. My Google storage, because I have that many documents and files that I now need to actually pay for extra storage, is £1.59, and then Better Me, which is the only health fitness thing that I pay for, is £3.59. My water bill is £31, my car tax payment covering both August and September is £31.50, and then it will be, I think it's £15 or £17 a month going forward, so it's slightly higher for the first time. My car insurance is £75 because I have had to speak to them and increase my mileage, and then my pet insurance is £21.78. So my total core bills, there are a couple of other things that I've projected to come out later on in the month, like my YouTube Premium, which is the other subscription that I pay for, as well as my gas and electric. They tend to come out towards the end of the month. My total bills, however, for this week, which is the largest batch of them, is £1,209.59. Now, in terms of flexible spending is what I class anything that's like your spending envelopes or your cash envelopes or anything like that. For the purpose of my general weekly spends, anything that is from a sinking fund, I have included in here, and then when I go back to my monthly budget here, I actually have a separate section to account for it. It may be that, and it's something I'm thinking of, is actually adding in a separate page specifically on a weekly basis for sinking fund spending, but that is kind of a little bit unusual. This is a bit of a one-off. But my fuel is projected to be 80. My food is 120. I have got stocking up to do as well because I have eaten the pantry and the freezer dry for 2 months. Cat is 30. My personal spending money, I've budgeted 100, and then I'm keeping back 20 until later on in the month in case I do see something. But I have found that by having most of my spending money for the entire month at the start of the month is the best thing for me personally. I find that I would have then spent the past 2.5-3 weeks thinking about what I want to buy, and therefore I'm making a purposeful spend, and it gets that spending itch out of the way, particularly where you've been waiting for money to come in and you want to get a bit spendy, because I am very much a spender. I'm not a natural saver. I love spending money. I love the process of it. I like making budgets as well. I'm what David Ramsey would class as a nerdy spender. But yeah, I have acknowledged as part of that whole money behaviour thing that actually when I am expecting large amounts of money to come in, if I don't control myself and I don't put tools in place, I could potentially blow the lot. So that's why I have given myself the majority of my spending money. This is something you'll see quite regularly in my budgets going forward, and it's something that I've identified over the past 2 to 3 months. My household is 70. I've got to do a load of stocking up, like feminine products, shampoo, conditioner, toilet roll, cleaning products. Yeah. Medical is 20. Tech is 800. Now that is the total maximum pot for this sinking fund is 950 or 900, but I don't really want to spend all of that. I feel like I could use some of that money elsewhere in my budget. It's a case of I want to have my cake and eat it, and I want it loads, and I can't do that, but I do have to acknowledge that there is tech that I need to replace. So whatever I total spend on tech will be put here, and then I'll see what the balance is. Christmas, the total plan to go into this sinking fund is £500. However, I will be doing some Christmas-based spending coming up this Saturday. I like to be done by the middle of September, everything wrapped and sorted, and then I don't need to worry about it, particularly as I progress through my teacher training. I'm going to have more and more responsibilities, more and more actual teaching and planning to do, because I'm also doing my postgraduate certificate of education, so I'm also doing a university course as well over the course of this year. So I want Christmas done as early enough as I can. And then gifting, I have my brother and sister's birthdays coming up, so gifting is 50. So the total category, the total spending amount for this category is £1,770. In terms of sinking funds, so these are things that I want to just put away and not spend, which is why there is this clear difference here. I've got £200 emergency fund, £200 to go into my emergency fund. That is going into a little used current account that I have that my Universal Credit used to get paid into only, and rather than just close off the account, there's going to be a separate current account with my emergency fund. I won't put all of my emergency fund money in there going forward, but knowing the type of emergencies I get into, it's something that I'm going to need to pay for on a card, so that's where that comes from. Clothing is 25, health is 10, and then house is 30, and that is a total of 265 to go into my sinking fund envelopes. And then in terms of debt payments, these are my debt minimums for this month so far. Now, the guarantor's minimum is £100. The minimum debt payment to Lantern is £79.81. Now, I will say the one thing I have gone and done so far since I have got in is I am going to do... I've paid this off. It's something I was thinking about, and it is largely because all of my other minimums... The most I pay on any other minimum is £17 a month, and this one was £79.81 per month to get it paid off by December. And I have been looking at some calculations, and it's kind of why I need my technical spending to be less than the £900-800 now. I paid it off, and I will roll over the £79.81 that I was going to spend next month to pay off another debt and then another one. So I'll do a separate debt snowball video. I've got it all worked out. I just need to write it out properly. But then my other minimums are £10 and then £10.33, and then I think I've forgotten to fill that in. Yeah, I probably have. So I do have other minimums. Interestingly enough, when I looked at my bills that were taken, only one of them's been taken. So I have a feeling the rest of them were set up to go. Maybe they've been nice to me and they aren't starting it until October. I don't know, but I'd set them all up to go out on the 5th, and not all of them have been taken. So maybe they've been nice and they don't start till October. We'll see. And my total debt payment was planned for £214. Obviously, I need to add another £220 to that. So that is where the weekly budget is sitting so far. I will do a budget roundup with you early next week, and I will also do a cash stuffing because I have withdrawn some cash as well. So I just need to work out where I want to put my cash, and then we will do that, and that'll be the next video coming up. But this is just a slightly smaller one. I do have to go cook some dinner now and get myself sorted. I've really got to work out and try and work out where I'm spending my time and what I'm doing, and making sure that I do actually have time to do things like this and cook proper meals and not instant things, and can keep on top of the housework and stuff as well. So and give the time to the cat, who is being excessively needy because I have left the house 2 days in a row. How dare I? Right. On that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all hopefully in a couple of days' time, all being well, and I hope you have a fantastic week wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye for now.